Come on in, everyone. Come on in for 90-day fiancé before the 90 days. Y'all, what is this? A passport bros, and passport sisters? Because all these people are going overseas to get some loving. They going to get some loving, but some of them is getting shut down, y'all. Some of them has been getting put on ice. I don't know. I guess we got to call this, Stella got her groove. The Stellas and the fellas both going back to get their groove on. But first of all, we have to start talking about the chicken lady in Chile. They opened up with the chicken lady putting diapers on the chickens, y'all. She putting diapers on the chickens. Renee is her real name, and but I call her the chicken lady. And cock-a-doodle-doo. Something's not quite right up top with Miss Renee. But hey, she said she ready to go over here to Nigeria. She ready to go over here and get her mandingo. She ready to go over here and get her groove on. That's all she can think about. All she can think about is being with Chide physically. But she got a surprise coming because Chide saying, I'm born again. I'm a saved Christian and you're not going to be sleeping with me. She in for a world of surprise. But he's excited. You know, this whole episode, I was really cheering for these couples, y'all. I was. They was pulling at my heartstrings. I ain't going to lie. I was feeling sorry for a lot of them, especially over there with Faith. I was really feeling sorry for Faith because I already knew it was coming with Lauren. He kind of setting her up. But I think she generally wanted love too. But Chide over here, like I said, he's good with the words. Chide needs to be a poet. He needs to be a poet because he's over here talking about, I can't see you with my eyes, but I can see you with my heart. He need to write some lyrics for some of these rap artists or something because Chide got all the lines. And he's like, we're going to be making love. It ain't going to be about having sex. But that's what Miss Girl Renee was saying. Renee says she wants to be making love too and not having sex. Renee over here talking about she's afraid to go to Nigeria because she's afraid to get the ass worms. This girl, you could already tell she got a whole lot of stereotypes about people in Africa. That's probably why she wants Chide so bad, because she probably believe in all the Mandingo stories. But she says she's afraid to go to Nigeria because she said you might get ass worms over there, or it's so dirty because of all the flies. In a lot of ways, I'm telling you, she was kind of doing like some stereotypes, and she was like, I think she said something about a monkey, a tech monkey, or an alien, basically saying a Chide is better than a tech monkey or an alien. I was like, what, girl? What you talking about? Almost as if, yeah, Chide is blind. But it was some comment she made about basically almost kind of alluding to the fact that he's better than a tech monkey or an alien. I don't know what's going on with Renee. I really don't. I think this might be some type of fetish, some type of African warrior fetish going on, because she's really obsessed with the sex. She uses all these phrases to me that I'd be like cocking my head to the side. So I'm like, I don't know. But then she sat out there and told Chide that she was brown hair with big eyes with a slim body. And I don't think, Renee is overweight or anything, but I would just describe her as normal. I wouldn't say that she was skinny, but she was normal. And Chide agreed with me because when she showed up to Africa, Chide was like, she catfished me. But he was like, I'm okay with it because I still like her. I like the way she feels. He touched her body. He could touch her arms and realize, girl, you're not skinny. I don't know why people have to call themselves skinnies. What's wrong with being just normal? Or what? I mean, why we got to not describe ourselves the way we are? It ain't nothing wrong with it. Like I said, ain't nothing really wrong with her body. I didn't find nothing wrong. But people always put these labels on themselves that don't be true. Sometimes I'll be watching over there, Pop the Balloon, and people be calling themselves light skinned. I'd be like, you're not light skinned. I don't know. It's just so weird. But Renee said, I'm going over here to Africa, and when I get off this plane, I'm going to find him, and I'm going to get what I want. Girl, what you going to do? Jump his bones? She is on a mission. She's obsessed. She's really obsessed. But when they saw each other, Chide was so happy. He was so happy. He was just hugging her so much and telling her how much that he loves her. And he was like, my heart sees you, girl. My heart sees you. And he was like, you are big. You are big. And poor Renee's self-esteem was going, shh. I don't know if Chide knew what he was saying. I think what he was trying to say is that she's bigger than what she said, but that's okay. It's nothing wrong with it. But because she's so self-conscious, because remember, she's the girl that's so excited that he's blind because she's got body positivity issues. And she's so glad that he's blind that he can't see nothing. And what she's saying is she can be herself. So now she's like, dang, you done called me out on the very thing that I'm self-conscious about. But she's so horny, y'all. She couldn't even get out the airport before she was grabbing on Chide's butt. This is a hot mess. This is a hot mess. You know what, like I said, Stella getting her groove on. Stella's getting her groove on to bring her back a Mandingo. But, Chide's laying it on. He said he loves that he loves to say sweet words to her. She loves to talk. She loves to feel the air. And Chide says, I love it. I love all this conversation. I love to hear how she's describing the world with her words. And he can listen. I'm going to tell you this. If Renee can keep it together, if Renee cannot be so crazy, which I don't think that she can, I think Chide would really love all her vibrancy. But we know she's going to go off the rail because we've seen too many previews of this girl losing it. She about to go to this chicken market and tell that sister to leave the chicken alone. Let the chicken live. Woo! That girl, she's scary. She can get downright scary. But she started having this prediction that Chide's sister was going to be the problem. She started talking about how she's had this dream all her life that she was going to have a problem with her man's a sister or something. And I guess she says this is the time it's going to happen. So she's all nervous with the sister that something's going to go wrong. But in the beginning, the sister's very congenial. She's welcoming them into her home. They done given up their whole bedroom. The husband and wife gave up their bedroom for this girl to live in that bedroom. It was a sign of welcoming. It was a sign of respect and, respecting Chide's wishes not to have premarital sex. But Renee wasn't happy about it. She was not happy about it. She said, wait a minute. I done flown all these miles to come see you. Darn near, 16, 17, 18 hours to come see you. We've been talking on the phone or on the internet now for 5 years. And I get all the way here and you're going to put me in my separate bedroom, in my separate bed. She's hotter than fish grease. She feels rejected. They better be afraid. He better be afraid because this girl is upset. But he said, you know what? He let her down easy. He gave a real good speech. He said, listen. I love you. I want to be with you, but we will not be in the same bed tonight. And he said, but I want to let you know that my spirit and my thought are always going to be with you. I'm telling you, Chide need to write some music. Chide could be the next Luther Vandross because he knows how to lay it on thick. He got the words. He got them words. But at this point in time, as Renee said, she didn't come here to be alone. She did not come here to be alone, and Chide gonna have to put up or shut up. So the more she's here, the less sex she's gonna get. I guess the angrier she's gonna get as time goes on. But another person running across the country, passport bros, to get him some loving is this Lauren fella. Lauren and Faith. I mean, when they were doing the story of Faith, and Faith was saying this is her first boyfriend of 30 years old, talking about how hard it is as a lady boy to date in the Philippines. I felt really sorry for her. I did. Because, that's hard to go through life and never, ever feel love. Everybody deserves love. Everyone deserves love. And I was really feeling sorry for her. She was talking about how hard it is to date in the Philippines, and she's all excited about this opportunity that she might be able to move to the U.S. Well, she in for a rude awakening. Because Lauren's like, I can't support you in the U.S. I'm coming to the Philippines so you can support me, Faith. Faith had asked no questions. No questions at all. Now, Faith has a good job. She's over here officer in charge of housekeeping And in addition to that, they let her live at the hotel. So she get to work at the hotel, live at the hotel. And Lauren coming over here trying to get free room and board too. I guess he gonna have to get a job at the hotel as well, because Lauren running around here flying to the Philippines so he could have sex with a lady boy. But he ain't hardly gonna be able to pay no bills. He ain't even gonna be able to give her a green card, nothing, because he can't afford to support her here in the U.S. But I guess Lauren knows that Faith don't have no breasts. She ain't have no surgery, so she's a lady boy with no surgery. So she hasn't had the surgery up top or the bottom. But she said if she did have it, she would want to get the breasts, one or two. Well, she better get it, because that's the combo meal that Lauren wants, I believe. I think he wants the combo meal with the two breasts and the penis. So, but the problem is, who's gonna pay for it? Because right now Lauren ain't got no money to pay for it. So beggars can't be choosy. So he around here going through the drive-through talking about I want two breasts, and they're like, we out of breast. We out of breasts, but we got some legs for you. So Lauren gonna have to take two legs and a penis as opposed to two breasts and a penis, because Faye said, I ain't had the surgery. I ain't got no money for no surgery. So if Lauren wants two breasts, he gonna have to pay for it. And we know he's broke. He coming all the way over here with a $50 ring. $50 ring. So, but I feel sorry for Faith. This whole episode, I was feeling sorry for her, because I think she was really genuine. I think she really wants to find love. And she thinks that Lauren is it, but Lauren's been lying to her. They've been sending all these dick pics across. She said she done sent some, he done sent some, but yet she don't know that he don't really work. I know he's like a hustler. He's got a lot of side gigs. Every time I see him, he seems to be at work. She thinks he's all stable and everything, but she about to find out he ain't stable. He is a couch surfer. He's a couch surfer. But when he did arrive, she felt so at home. They hugged each other, and she just said no one has ever really loved her, especially out in public. PDA. People are embarrassed to be with a lady boy, but maybe on the back end they doing stuff with lady boys. I felt sad for her. I almost was shedding a tear for Faith. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was almost shedding a tear. These kind of stories, tug on your heartstrings. They tug on your heartstrings, and I don't know. I really wasn't crying for Brian and Ingrid, though, because in a lot of ways I feel that like they both kind of using each other. I think Ingrid is using Brian to get to the U.S. because when she was sitting there talking to that friend of hers, even her friend called her out on it and said, girl, you just dating a gringo so you can get to the U.S. Because Ingrid wanted to get the hell out of Brazil. She said, I'm living out here in the sticks of Brazil, and I want to get the hell out of here. And you're going to be my passport out, Brian. You're going to be my passport out. I remember they had told us that Ingrid had 2 kids. And so she has 2 kids. She's divorced. And she got a young baby. He's only 2 years old. I think he's 2 years old. Barely 2, barely 3. And she got a 12-year-old as well. And another sad story. He left her during COVID. Left her all alone with all those bills to pay. Supporting these kids. Probably out there going hungry. I'm telling you, COVID did a number on families and couples and everything. COVID did a number on a lot of people, set a lot of people back, brought a lot of hardship. But she said she recovered. She made it through. And now she's saying she want to get with this U.S. gringo man and get to the U.S. where it can be a better life. And she over here talking about, yeah, she said something about he 45. I was like, ooh, he lied to her about her age too. He done lied about his age. They always trying to say women lying about their age. Men are lying nowadays too. It used to be an old saying that that women lie about their weight and men lie about their age. So when you meet men on these apps, older men will try to lie and say they're younger because they want to get a younger woman. And then women will lie about our weight. But I'm starting to feel like we both lie about both things. Men is lying about their weight and their age, and women are lying about their age and their weight. People are just lying, period, over the internet. Trust but verify. Shoot, have people show a picture of their driver's license. When people tell you how old they are, tell them, put your driver's license up to the screen. I want to see. Because otherwise, they're going to be over here lying to you like Brian is lying to Ingrid, talking about he's 45 and he's 51. But she put on that sexy dress. She said, let me surprise him when he comes. He said he want to push hard. When a person walks that has legs and is upright, they say they want to walk tall, walk strong. And Brian said when he wanted to make his good impression with Ingrid, he said, I want to make sure I got me a good push on this wheelchair. I thought that was interesting. But he said, I'm pushing this wheelchair hard. I'm pushing this luggage hard. And then when she met him, she sat on his lap, gave him a big hug. And she said, do you want my help? Do you need my help? And he says, nope, I don't want you to help me at all. I want to be able to show her that I can take care of myself, that I'm not a person she's going to have to take care of. Well, at least that's better than what we got going on over there with Lauren and Faith, because he going to need a lot of help. He ain't got even no place to live. When Lauren showed up at the airport with Faith, he showed up with his Crocs on in a backpack. Isn't he supposed to be staying in the Philippines for a whole month? Lauren's supposed to be staying in the Philippines for a whole month. He didn't show up with nothing but a backpack and some Crocs. And then Faith gave him that magical rose and said, here's the magical rose. And I don't know, was that a blessing or a spell? I can't remember what she put on him. Was it a blessing when she did that magical rose, or was it a spell? I don't know. I guess we'll see. And I guess we'll see how Brian and Ingrid turn out. So even though Lauren didn't show up with a lot of luggage, you know who did? A Tiger Lily. Tiger Lily needed a whole plane just for her luggage. She said, I'm coming here she only going to be there, I think she said 6 days. But she's showing up with 12 or 13 fully accessorized outfits, she said, plus 4 wedding dresses. That girl had about 6, so she had a whole suitcase for each day that she going to be there. Woo! Let me tell you, her extra luggage fee was probably darn near as much as her plane ticket was. But she was flying first class. She goes, first class. I'm flying first class. She brought her glam squad. These folks was getting her ready on the plane. I was like, get it, girl. Get it, Tiger Lily. You know you got it popping when you take your glam squad with you. And before you land, your glam squad comes up and starts making you up. So when you step off that plane, you can look fabulous. Get it, Tiger Lily, girl. No wonder they calling you a tiger. She should be called Cougar. Instead of calling her Tiger Lily, her name should be Cougar Lily, because she's 41 years old and he 22 years old. And does he know what age she is, or has she lied about her age? But I think he knows her age. He's okay with it, but he over here talking about he want 5 kids with Cougar Lily, not Tiger Lily. Not 4. He said he want 5 kids. He said he come from a big family himself. They got like almost 15, 16 kids. And he wants 5 kids of his own. And she 41 years old. Like that friend said in the car, you better hop to it. You better get to it. She 41 years old. But here go another one of them passport bros. This man is just trying to get to the U.S. so he can become a model. He's trying to get out of Jordan and get over to the U.S. so he can become a model. He over here having his bachelorette party. They washing him down. It's interesting to see the culture, how they clean him down, get him clean for marriage, and he's a virgin. He said he has been a virgin his whole life. He follows the faith of Islam, and he says he's a whole virgin. And but he's just enamored with Tiger Lily, Cougar Lily. She got a cute body. He like her long hair. He like her style. He's like, her fly matches my fly. He loves all that. And but there's gonna be some things she gonna have to accept. He said, but I like your looks, I like your body, I like your dress style, but. And there's some big buts. There are some big buts to it. He says, first of all, you're gonna have to accept not to challenge me, and you're gonna have to respect me, and whatever I say goes. And you're going to have to learn to wear the right clothes. You're going to have to cover up, because your body is for my eyes only, no one else's. and no other men. And Cougar Lily, she really trying to play along. She's like, look, aren't I covered up? He's like, girl, you covered up, but everything is so tight. It's so tight. Why everything got to be spandex? Why can't you wear no free-flowing gowns? And so Miss Cougar Lily over here, she ain't gonna want to wear no free-flowing. She's like, I work hard for this body. I just spend a lot of money on this body. And now what you want me to do is you want me to cover it up? No. That's why I do it, so everybody can look at it and admire it. Now you want me to cover it up. He's like, don't be touching no man. You can't have no male friends. I wonder, does he consider her a hairstylist a man, since he is, sounds like more than likely he might be, maybe homosexual or something else. I don't know what he is, because nowadays there's so many terms. What did Lauren say he was? A gynosexual? So I don't know what the man is. But anyway, he may not be heterosexual. So I wonder if that's okay for her to be friends with him, or is it just because he's a man, period, she can't be friends with him? I wonder if that's allowed. Is it allowed for a woman? Anybody down there who practices the faith of Islam, is it okay for a woman to be friends with a gay person, a male gay person, that even though they can't be friends with a male or touch a male, what about a gay male? Is that okay? I really want to know. Please let me know down in the comments. But she got off that plane. She had all that glam squad do her makeup, do her hair. They was plugging in that hot curler in the plane. They gonna blow up that damn plane. Are those outlets made to be heating up hot curlers, flat irons? I don't think so. Then she spent a whole another hour, 20 minutes in the bathroom getting ready. But he had a whole lot of patience. He sat there with a whole lot he wasn't angry. He wasn't mad. He waited on her. He was getting nervous, but he waited on her. And when he saw her, he was talking all this stuff about he wasn't going to touch her, he wasn't going to kiss her. The minute he saw her, he was all over her. I'm starting to think, really? Are you really a virgin? You couldn't resist this woman for 10 seconds, but you tell me you're still a virgin, so you've been resisting all these other women. Well, I guess if all the women is covered up, I guess it's easy to resist them. I don't know. I have no idea. But the minute he saw her, he was hugging on her and kissing on her and everything. He better be careful. He might get beheaded out there in Jordan. He talking about he going against the faith of Islam. He better be careful. He don't want to get beheaded. But the minute he saw her, he said, you're going to have to change this outfit. This ain't going to do, girl. This is not going to do. This is too tight, too revealing, too much of everything. Too tight and too revealing. He told her, you're going to have to meet my mom. You're going to have to meet my family, everyone. And Cougar Lily is like, what? I got to meet your mom and your family. Well, you didn't tell me this. She's like, you didn't tell me this. He's like, trust me, baby. Trust me, baby. That's his favorite line. Trust me, baby. Trust me, baby. Just go along with what everything I say. You might as well have brought your friends, Cougar Lily. You might as well have brought your friends to the wedding. You made them stay at the hotel. But if he's bringing his family and everyone to the wedding, why can't you bring your friends, your glam squad? But she getting cold feet. She's starting to get real cold feet. I wonder if she's going to go through with it, y'all. What y'all think? Is she going to go through with it? Because this is moving real fast. Nobody else is running over here talking about getting married this fast. She's the only one talking about getting married in the same day. Why she got to move so fast? All so he can have sex? That's all he's doing. He wants to get married fast because he's saying, I can have marriage. I can only have sex with the person I'm married to. Halal. That's what he called it. Halal. So he's like, we got to get, he barely could keep his hands off of her in the airport. So he's like, we need to expedite this wedding. We need to expedite this wedding ASAP. Well, I guess next week we'll see what happens. We'll see if they go through with the wedding. We'll see how Renee feels sleeping in that bedroom by herself. We'll get to see what happens when she goes to the chicken market and she starts screaming, talking about leave that chicken alone. And we're going to see how Faith feels when she finds out that Lauren is homeless and broke. And then we're going to see how Ingrid feels when she sees Brian with his Viagra. He said he got his Viagra ready. Ready. But that's it, y'all. I will talk to you later. Bye.